y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. As you read by that title, this is gonna be a tips, advice combination of things for college students. My little sister is going off to college this fall, so that's really what smacked me in the face to do this video. But I know there's a lot of other people that might benefit from this also, so hopefully you learn some tips, some stuff that you should buy, some advice, some stuff that I messed up on that I wish I would have knew before, that I know now, so I'm letting y'all know. So we're just gonna get right into this video, okay? Okay, the first thing, if you see me looking down, I wrote a little list so that way I'm prepared. Okay, the first thing is don't procrastinate. I procrastinated and I still procrastinate, but hopefully you're not one of those people because it's horrible. Okay, when you have a paper due at 11:59 on Sunday, you should not start it on Saturday or Friday when it has to be like 12 pages. That's just, you shouldn't do it. Okay, so don't procrastinate. Plan out a schedule. For me, something that worked for me is a planner. It's got from January of this year all the way to December, and I'll show y'all close up right now. This is my calendar or planner up close, and it is for 2021 January to 2021 December. And I'll show you a page that's already filled out. So this, as you can see, I separate mine by classes. So leadership class, mental health class, clinical class, and I put like a group plan was due 2/7 at 11:59. So that's how I structure out my whole calendar. If you look at that, same thing. And I usually put readings in there too. I don't know why I didn't do that this semester, but it kind of makes stuff easier if you put the planned readings as well, because then you're just able to look in your planner instead of actually having to go onto the computer and look at it that way. So I would definitely recommend buying a planner for the whole year. Keeps you structured, keeps you on task, and keeps you with good grades. Okay, that was the close-up of my planner and how I label it out, how I go day by day, and just what works for me. That might not work for you, but a planner overall is a really good idea, even if you do maybe weekly instead of by day. I know planning stuff out is a big help for me. I've done it through my whole undergrad, so I've got 4 already filled out and highlighted. And then the second thing that I had to help you kind of not procrastinate is using the syllabus that every teacher should give you at the beginning of the semester. And I'll show y'all a close-up of this syllabus right now. This is the syllabus. So it has all the course information up at the top. It gives the course description. For social work, we have competencies that we have to follow. So it has those. And then here's the actual course outline that I was telling you about. So it shows the overview of what that specific class will consist of. It also shows assignments. So these assignments are the ones that should have been due that day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that syllabus little review thing. My suggestion with the syllabus is to go through at the beginning of the semester, as soon as you get it, take your planner, take your syllabus, and fill it out. So the parts that show, you know, when your exams are due, fill that out and put maybe like a week before, start studying for exam due next week. You know, anything like that can be beneficial, because if not, it's gonna be the day before the exam and you're gonna be like, whoa, I forgot to study. Because sometimes your teachers aren't gonna warn you, hey, you have an exam next week, you're in college. They expect you to read the syllabus and know what you're doing. Sorry for you. If you're in high school right now, when your teachers be like, hey, we got a exam next week, let's all study. No, you're not getting that in college. Do it on your own. So hopefully these 2 things help you. I know they helped me out a lot. It's probably why I passed on my classes, to be quite honest with you. The second thing that I have on my list is don't be late to your classes. Don't be late. Parking is the main reason that I was late so many times to my classes. So at IUPUI, we have on the app, we have like this little garage thing, and it literally tells you how full the garages are. So this, I tried to print it out for y'all, but it's not really the best. I'll show you this up close, that way you can see specifically what I'm talking about. This is the garage map. And then if you zoom in, like there's one of the garages. At the time I printed this, it was 20% full. And then it kind of messed up when I printed it. Like you can see that one's 10%, 20% and 40%. So when you look at this on the computer, it'll be actually active so you can see it changing. But this is definitely a big help when you're not living on campus and you actually have to drive to campus. So that way you can figure out which garages are full, which aren't. Right now we're still doing online classes, so none of these garages were full, but I'm pretty sure in the fall semester, especially like that one, will probably be at 90% the entire time, and those two as well. So if your school offers this, a big suggestion would be to take advantage of it and look at it. Okay, yeah. So you wanna, before you go to campus, when you're at home, or if you're going, you know, straight to campus from work, get out your phone and look at the garage app. Like it literally tells you which garages are full, so that way you know don't go to that garage, because you're literally going to be driving around sometimes for hours. I know the longest that I was searching for a parking spot was probably right at an hour, and I was so late to my class. Actually, it was my first day of college and it was so embarrassing because I walked in, they were like, parking problems, huh? Glad you understand. So my suggestion would be to look at that every day that you're going to campus. Usually it's pretty updated. Like I don't think I've ever looked at that and then not been accurate. So hopefully if you're going to like Ball State or whatever college you're going to, hopefully they have something like that to help you a little bit. That way you're not late on your first day like I was. So the third thing, which I forgot to grab, but I can explain it to you anyway, is a Crimson card. Your Crimson card for IUPUI, it gets you to print stuff off of the computers. It gets you to be able to eat in the cafeteria. You can, I don't know, it helps you with a lot. So like if you show that to the cafeteria people, then you get, I think, a student discount. So definitely, I know we have like, I think we got Pizza Hut and what's the other place I'll be going to? Panda Express. So then when you go get your food and you check out, they actually give you a discount off of your total price. So make sure you got whatever form of card or whatever form of like an ID that they give you. Make sure you have that. That way you can have access to everything at all times. The fourth piece of advice that I have is to take notes. All the time, take notes, because you will be surprised. In those lectures, literally your teacher is giving you the answers. And most of the time they're like, this is going to be on the test, so you should be paying attention. Take notes at that part. Because I don't know how many times I was in class and the teacher said that and everybody's just looking at her like she's goofy. Meanwhile, I done wrote all the notes down, literally word for word what she done said. And I aced my test. Meanwhile, they're like, how did you get that answer right? She literally just said it on Tuesday. How did you not hear it? So take notes, whether that be on paper. I know I love paper and pencils, pens, whatever form of note taking that whatever works for you, do it. Some people use their laptops. This is my old faithful. So if that's what you use to take notes, I would definitely bring that everywhere you go. And don't buy a cheap laptop. If you pay $100-$200 for a laptop, it's probably not going to last you that long. I think I paid $6 something for that laptop, and I bought that back in 2016, and then now it's 2021 and it's still working. Needs updated, but it's still working. So if whatever form of note taking that you prefer, just make sure you have it there with you at all times. And if not, ask somebody for a pencil and a piece of paper. I'm sure they won't mind giving it to you. And since I brought up the topic of laptops, I would also recommend buying flash drives. This is the SanDisk. You get 3 of them. They're 16 gigabytes, and I got these for $3, so they're not that expensive at all. And I recommend those personally because if you're on campus and you're on an actual school computer, you can just stick that in, save it on your flash drive, take it out and stick it in your laptop instead of having to like email it to yourself or do the Google Docs or whatever it is. You can just use your flash drive. That way you physically have it in hand with you at all times. The 5th thing is my favorite, of course. Let me show y'all. The 5th thing is have snacks. Have a lot of snacks. Have options. Okay, Swiss rolls, Funyuns, oatmeal cream pies, Tootsie Rolls. By the way, thank you, best friend, for all my birthday snacks. These are great. Like, have snacks, because if you're like me, when people get to talking and talking and talking, if I'm not enjoying what you're saying, I might fall asleep, especially if it's like a 3-hour lecture. Get you some snacks. That way, while you're bored, you can just be smacking away, sit in the back. That's what I did. That way, ain't nobody in my business. Because if you forget your snacks, then you gotta go to Panda Express and order some teriyaki chicken with some fried rice and a Sprite, and then you got the whole room smelling like food. So you might as well just come prepared. You know what I mean? Come prepared. The 6th thing that I have is your Bursar account or your financial aid account. Always check that. If you have even $1 on there as a remaining balance, they won't let you register for your classes. You can't graduate sometimes. Like, it's a lot of stipulations behind your Bursar account. So I would always recommend looking at that, making sure you don't owe anything. As far as scholarships, just kind of a little backstory. Maybe this might help somebody. I don't know. I joined this mentor program, and they were like, okay, you get $1,000 per semester. I was like, who doesn't want money? Like, I love money. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And when they deposited that money into my Bursar account, they took away another grant that was like triple that amount. So in the end, I ended up owing like $2,000 something because I had got a grant, and they removed that grant because I got a scholarship for being a mentor. So I would always recommend, one, talking to your Bursar people first. Financial aid, they're very, very helpful. I'm sure you can call them probably from 8 a.m. to 5 or 6 in the evening, and they'll answer any questions that you have. But that was something that I learned my sophomore or junior year of college, and I've been looking ever since because they not about to get me again. Sure ain't. The 7th thing is scholarships. It's scholarships for everything. If you wear glasses, if you have a disability, if your parents have a disability, they have ones for like different cultural backgrounds. So just Google it. I mean, it doesn't hurt for 5 minutes for you to fill out a little form, maybe answer a couple questions, and have the potential of getting $500 or $1,000. So scholarships, it might seem pointless, but it'll definitely help you in the end. That way you're not getting out tons and tons and tons of loans. So always apply for any scholarships that you can. And if you're in extracurricular activities like football, basketball, stuff like that, they have so many scholarships out for athletes, and I would apply. If I were you, I would definitely apply. The 8th thing that I have is just keep open communication with all of your professors and even other students, because if you're confused about something and you're not comfortable asking the teacher, they might know the answer. So be like, hey, Tom, you know the answer to question number 7 because I'm a little confused. And Tom might give you the answer. But it doesn't hurt to email your teacher or to be like, hey, can I talk to you 5 minutes after class, you know, because I'm a little confused. And they'll be like, oh, sure, no problem. Like, they love that kind of stuff because they feel like you're actually taking the initiative to, you know, get some type of understanding when you're confused. So they like that. Do that. The 9th thing and the 10th thing, the last 2 things that I have are mostly for my senior babies in high school that's going off to college. Your friends that you're going to college with, you might not have when they come out. Just expect the unexpected, because I went into college with a lot of friends, or not even friends, but a lot of associates and friends too. And now that I'm my 5th year in college, I literally have like 2 of those same friends. Literally 2. So just kind of keep an open mind, and don't be sad or, you know, mad if somebody changes up on you, because I mean, they're going to change. No matter what, they're going to change, whether that be a good change or a bad change. Don't let that bother you. Just keep moving, keep wishing them the best. Don't make that, you know, put some type of hate or animosity in your mind toward them. Just move on. You'll make other friends. You'll meet other people. The 10th thing is drinks. When you're at parties and you're drinking, because I know you're going to do it, even though you should not because you're underage. So if you are at a party and you're about to drink, remember this conversation that we're having right now. Okay? And just watch what you drink. Please watch what you drink. People spike drinks. They put so many different pills and stuff in drinks to watch you and try to do stuff to you. I know a couple people that it's actually happened to. So I would just watch what you're drinking, or don't drink at all. It's my recommendation. If you're underage, don't drink at all. But even if you're over 21 and you're at parties, just watch what you drink. If you don't know someone or you don't trust them, please don't drink what they're making. Bring your own drink. That's what I did. I walk into a party with, never mind, too much information. But please, please, please watch what you're drinking. Watch who you're hanging out with, because it's getting crazy out here, and it's getting worse and worse and worse as the years go by. So just be careful, please. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at DatGirlLexus, DatGurlExus, Snapchat, and TikTok as well. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.